Right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on. Slow. Hey, let's go.
From the gun, Winston. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Ready. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Better bring it slow. Come on. Let me know right now. You better bring.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And the Redskin first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight down. There you go. Ringo. Watch the end. Tight go.
Bridgewater again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw again, Bridgewater. And he's got his man on the out route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 6 yards in the first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater now. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Easy. 3, 17.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston, that's caught. It's Coleman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Black 25. Hey, sub. He's checking. Cracks.
Winston on 3rd and 2. He finds Coleman. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Strip that ball. Green, 17.
A first down carry for Barkley. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Winston. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Ready, white 25. White. They're not ready. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Football. He's coming. We got double up. Easy. Switch. Check. Flip it. Ready to go.
3rd and long for Winston. He's got his man. This is Tate. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense, as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Dexter Lawrence breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Lorenzo Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Redskins send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now it's Tate. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Winston now from the 50. Completes it to Coleman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Barkley. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Saquon Barkley running right. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3rd and short yardage, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Play action now. Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it first and goal at the 7. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. To the air again with Bridgewater. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Devin Funchess in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get this...
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Winston. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he rifles one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Funches has it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
I'm scared. Hey, go. Mike 21, check Mike 21. Me and you. Come on. Coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 21.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Bridgewater now from the 50. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the run.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Caught by Sanu. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll go option to the short side. He pitches it out. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, check Mike 21.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Go. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
From the 41, Winston. steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 21.
From the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught by Funchess. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Mike 52, Mike 52. Get that quarterback and all.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye cord.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now trying without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. He completes it to Tate. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Where we go?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Winston lost the football.
We call that sack block.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Bridgewater. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Winston. He finds Coleman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Get that ball. Kill. Where we go? Check. Easy. Green, 17. Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they get the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Here we go, T. Here I come. Flip it. Where we go?
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Hey, check 20. Let's go. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Wait. Mike 51. Mike 51. Coming. Go, Mike. Easy. Come on. Calm down. Hey, let's go. Come on. Sunday. Let's go.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the